Hi there, I'm Budda and you're watching Dr. Guitarist Show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm continuing the saga of searching for a great, loud enough amp, but with a special character that compresses but allows me to play anywhere from medium to small venues. I already have big amps like the Lone Star, which allow me to play loud gigs. I have small amps that allow me to play very small gigs like the Blues Junior, for example, or the Pro Junior, the Excelsior, for example, all those amps. But I want a light amp that is powerful enough. If possible, I wanted to have reverb and tremolo because then it's two less pedals to use. So in this episode, I'm finally testing out the Fender Deluxe Reverb Tone Master. I'm a tube guy, but I've heard very, very good things about the Tone Master, which is a digital amp. I don't mind about digital or analog. I like things that sound good. I use Pro Tools to record all the episodes and to record the bands here in the studio. Pro Tools is digital. I use the Line 6 DL4, which is a digital reverb. I use a Line 6 M5, M9 and M13, all digital. I don't really care what's digital, what's analog. I just care it sounds good. From what I've heard so far, the amp sounds really, really good. But today, I'm testing it deeply as possible. So I started with my Strat, my Mexican Strat with Texas Special. I will play it with other guitars. Let's hear the amp and hear what it does. If you have been following the show, you know how I test amps. But for those of you that are watching the show for the first time, this is my approach to any amp. I cut off all the EQ, which in this case, it's just treble and bass, and leave the volume just to see if I have sound. So this is what I can't move, right? Usually with Fender amps, when you cut off the bass, treble and mid, you have no tone. With this amp, since you only have bass and treble, the mid-range is fixed. It's a way of thinking. It's not exactly the process, but it is fixed. So this is the mid-range I have in the amp. Not bad at all. Now let's hear what treble does. And treble, so Fender amps have usually the EQ is gain for that specific EQ setting. So let's hear what treble does. Okay, it's this thing. Let's hear what bass does. Already very useful. Let me turn off the reverb. It's already very useful. So bass is giving me some depth and treble is giving me the bite. This specific Strat is very brilliant, so I like to cut the treble a little off. And the bass control, I will set it accordingly with the band. To me, it's sounding okay, almost maxed out, but I will cut it a little bit. Great tone to me already. So now let's give it a little bit of reverb. Great reverb. It's very, very intense, the reverb. So I'm on 2 on the reverb, and it's already a lot. But it enables you to do the surfy stuff. And reverb maxed out. Well, it sounds really, really good. And you're hearing the amp mic'd with my usual microphone, which is the Beyerdynamic M160. I love it on guitars. But I'm also using the line out, the balanced line out of the amp with cabinet emulator number 1. We'll get there in a minute. The amp still has tremolo, so let's hear the tremolo. Minimum setting. And of course the tremolo is set as in any Fender amp, so it's after the reverb. So if you hear the reverb being modulated by the tremolo, so okay, so I'm on 7 on intensity and on 1 on speed. and two of my favorite effects, guitar effects, which are reverb and tremolo. I love it a lot, and great sounding reverb and tremolo. This amp, as the deluxe reverb, a normal deluxe reverb, also has a normal channel with no vibrato and no reverb. It's more useful when you use it the vintage amp, so the tube amp, because sometimes reverb tubes add noise and tremolo tubes add noise too, and the amps have different voicings. I don't think it's the case on this amp, but let's set the channels exactly the same. So 8 bass on 8, treble on 7, volume on 4. Here's the normal channel. And the vibrato channel. So immediately you notice the normal channel is warmer than the vibrato channel, which is the same in normal reverb, on deluxe reverb amps, in tube reverb amps. So they kept the same thing, which is great when you want to use brighter guitars and darker guitars, so you can use it. Or with an AB box, you can set one channel to be your lead channel and one channel to be your rhythm channel, and you're good to go. 2 settings of an amp. Let's keep on using the vibrato, and now let's crank the volume until it overdrives. Little reverb, I like the reverb. This is incredible. On 10, it's loud as hell, okay? So this is a 100 watts transistor amp, which is what they say equivalent to the 22 watts tube amp. But it has a great thing available. It has a attenuator on the back, so it works as a master volume. So I like this reverb, this overdrive tone a lot, but it's too loud. So let's use it, let's attenuate it. So here it is, full. First click of attenuation. Second click. Third click. Fourth click. Fifth click. And that's it. I think it's kind of half a watt of what they say. So I have the amp cranked up, fully distorted. And from what I'm seeing in Pro Tools, the great thing is that the output of the amp, so the balanced output of the amp, is untouchable. You can't attenuate the volume. You are only attenuating the volume going to the speaker, but the balanced signal stays the same. So you don't drop volume to recording, and you can even mute the amp so you have no tone and you only be hearing the balanced signal. So let's set that up. I'm muting it. It becomes yellow or orange. So red means it's powered. Orange means it's muted. And I still have sound. It has 2 cab simulators, 1 and 2. I'm using voicing number 1, which is this. Okay, let's use voicing number 2. Voicing number 1 again. And no voicing at all, so you can use impulse responses afterwards. Whew! Terrible, but it's probably great for Zeppelin. Lunatic. I will keep voicing number 1. And now we can use both microphone and cabinet together. It reacts great to the guitar's volume. Let's hear it with pedals. So I put it in a lot more moderate volume. Okay, let's hear it with the Octafuzz. With a full tone catalyst. AC booster. Man, it sounds killer. Let's hear it with the Telecaster, my lovely Tele. Let me get the Albert Collins tone with the out of phase. I love it. And just for the taste of it, let's try it with Les Paul. A little touch of the AC booster. Man. I think I found my amp. This is light as light can be. It's very loud and it sounds incredible. Takes pedals really, really, really well. It has a balanced output that sounds really okay. I would mic it with a microphone whenever I can, but there's a chance for a second tone. So I'm miking it with the other output so I can blend in to the microphone. Even if it is just a safety measurement, if the microphone fails or something, I still have a recording signal. It's great, Really, really great. I just bought the amp. I'm sold. I will buy the amp and keep it. I think this is the final quest for this kind of amp. I got it. Thank you all. A lot of you have been leaving comments asking me to try the Tone Master. I was a little skeptical because it's a transistor amp, which usually doesn't sound good. But since I got my Carlsbro over there, I really loved it when I played it, and I couldn't believe it. It was a transistor. I had a recording a few days back, and my Bassman 100 is kind of crappy. I think I have to replace the caps. It was dying, sounding loud, quiet, and making a lot of noise. So we replaced it with a Carlsbro for the bass, and it was incredible. The bass player was nuts with it, and it was really good sounding amp. Transistor amp. This is killing me, and all the features and the lightweight of it, God, perfect. It also has a foot switch. It comes with a foot switch, so you can turn on the reverb and the tremolo, which is great. So you don't have to bend. You just set it there and then use it. It takes pedals really, really well. I'm sold, man. I'm sold. I love it. With the attenuator, you can crank it to what you need and then make it a little quieter. Even just the first click sometimes it's enough to make it a little quieter and still having a great compression, a great sound compression. I love it. It's my new amp from this minute on. I'm calling the store and saying I keep it. Well, that's it. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you have liked the show. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe the YouTube channel and share it with the world. If you want to have some guitar Skype lessons with me, just contact me via Instagram or Facebook. Send me a direct message and we will deal with it from there. I also have a Reverb store, a reverb.com store. So if you want to buy something from me, you can go there and you will be helping the channel. And just give the thumbs up to this episode if you liked it, because it helps the YouTube algorithm to suggest the channel to other people, and it helps to grow the channel. And the more we are, the better, the most things we can do. Thank you so much for supporting all this and for watching it to the end. We'll see each other next week. Bye-bye.